Chapel dropped their new album, Modern Nature. Welcome back, Chapel!
Yeah!
I love
God,
Chapel.
never
Oh my
thought we'd
God.
hear from this band again. Holy shit.
I never thought I'd say Chapel released their new album ever again. It's like it's been so long. We've been supporting Chapel and listening and covering them throughout their brief death for 5 years.
Mhm.
So cool to see them back on the playlist with an actual full project instead of, a single here or there. Um, this record is incredible. It was well worth the wait. Granted,
So
it's just the
short.
greed in me. It's the greed in me.
It's so
7
short.
songs.
And it's only 16 minutes.
That's an EP. I love you guys. I just want more. I'm greedy
Want
as
even
fuck.
more.
I'm greedy as fuck. I think this album is incredible. I think it is kind of like the matured, grown version of Chapel. Sunday Brunch has been in my rotation for fucking ever.
Mhm.
Room Service, I still have a couple songs littered throughout my master playlist. So I hear them almost every day. So now hearing this record, hearing Carter's vocals, it's saying things that I haven't heard him say before, are making me go, God, this is the best record I've ever heard. This is fucking incredible. Um, as I said, more matured. It feels like a step up, production wise, songwriting, everything. I can't really compare old Chapel to this Chapel because, granted, Sunday Brunch was 7 years ago. 5, 6, 7,
8.
8 years ago. God damn, I was 1 year off. It's fine.
Yeah.
8 years ago. That's fucking crazy. That's like a kid. That's like a whole life, Damn, imagine being born when Sunday Brunch was out.
Damn.
Damn, that's like something that happened for
Yeah.
sure, like 100%, probably a couple thousand, million probably. I don't know. I don't know how
Imagine
birth
being
rates work.
alive in the same lifetime as Sunday Brunch by Chapel.
But
One of the best
imagine,
albums of all time.
we're so blessed. We're so blessed. We're so lucky. So anyways, this record is fun. This record has so many ass shakers. I mean, fucking Mexico is one of my favorite songs. It was a single. I mean, it's so fucking catchy. Big Baby was also one of the songs that we've both been quoting forever. So it's almost like a meme now, but it's just like it fucks. This song is incredible. Why Do You Hate Me is incredible. Let's Wake the Neighbors is such a good opener. It is the best way to kind of say, hey, we're fucking back.
Mhm.
Everyone wake the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like we are here. Incredible. I love Chapel. I think this record is the best step back into the light. I would like more, please. There's no way you guys disappeared for 4 years and only wrote 7 songs. Let's get the second album out, right? Please? I'll help fund it. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, new Chapel, man. Like when this record was announced, I damn near shit myself in pure excitement. Gloria and I have been huge fans of Chapel for a long time now. 5 years ago, we had them on the podcast for the first time.
Don't watch it.
Don't watch it. But a few months before that interview, I got to see them for the first and currently only time. I'm now holding out hope that I will maybe at some point in my lifetime get to see Chapel live again. And seeing that Super Whatever show and seeing Chapel forever altered my brain chemistry into becoming the number one Chapel fan in the entire world. And every time Chapel puts out new anything, that immediately means I go to their Spotify and just listen through the entire discography over and over and over again until I get tired of it, because they have a discography where it's like it's so small, but I'm able to, if I take enough time away from it, I will spend a week and a half listening to it like an obnoxious motherfucker, and that be the only thing I listen to. And
Trouble.
yeah, because it's so good and it's so infectious, and they're so great at writing music. You said it's a modern take on Chapel, and that's absolutely correct. The band has matured a lot in the years since we've heard from them. And I think that was like kind of the shell shock initially with me. Like the first time I heard this record, it's kind of like, no, this isn't Chapel, because this isn't what I expected the next thing from Chapel to sound like. I know we had gotten that single a few years ago, Some Nights, but it was a single and I was expecting more, so I didn't spend a ton of time with it. And that was kind of like, you know, it makes sense. You know, it was the beginnings of what we got with this record, and seeing where that shift is going to be. And it's not a massive shift by any stretch of the word, but
it's still Chapel.
Yes, it's still at its core Chapel. But the older stuff, the Sunday Brunch and Room Service, kind of fit in one box, and the singles that came out alongside that, all the standalones and the beginnings of an album rollout that we never got, and all that all fit kind of in this one Chapel box pre-hiatus. And then we've got the post-hiatus. We talk about that
was so fucking funny.
We talk about that Chapel record we never got all the time.
I mean, what could have been, you know? It's
Glory
like,
and I looked back at the interview we did with Carter around Room Service, and the question we asked him about the record that never came out, Glory was like,
brutal.
We asked that?
It was brutal. It was like, so what the fuck happened to that album? Will we ever get it, or are you just gonna fucking throw it away? What? It was like insane, like fucking finger pointing, like pulling up receipts and shit.
Yeah, you said in the first interview we did we were gonna get a record. Now we're getting an EP.
Where is it?
Where is it?
What happened to the other songs? They fucking died? Jesus.
So that pre-hiatus, we'll say, is kind of one portion. Now, like, you know, a few years after all that stuff, we got the post-hiatus, and maybe the band didn't technically go on a hiatus in their, you know, internally, although they took some time away. But spoiler alert, we did chat with Carter and talk about this record, and it will be out in due time. But they were working for a long time behind the scenes on this. It's not like they took several years away from each other and then came back to this. But in the public eye, a hiatus. We're just going to say it for the sake of simplicity.
Sure.
In the public eye, a hiatus. Everything post hiatus is a little bit more mature, and I think that was initially like my like initial jolt with the record, because I remember saying to you when the first time I heard the record, I was like, yeah, I don't know about this, and you were feeling a similar type of way where you're like, yeah, I don't know if this punches the same way that the previous Chapel had.
Yeah.
And, you know, it took a couple of listens, and it's because it's not exactly what I was expecting Chapel to sound like, because like I said, it's not that every Chapel song sounded the same, because it doesn't, but there was this overarching vibe and feeling to the music that was encapsulated in that pre-hiatus era. And in this post-hiatus era, it is a different type of vibe that I'm getting from the music that is not the vibe that I was expecting based on everything that I heard previously. It took a long time for me to come to that conclusion as to why I feel that way, but that's why I felt that way about the record. Glory, I can tell you're jonesing to say something.
Let me toss something your way.
Toss it. Salad, toss it to me.
Nostalgia.
That could be
young.
It.
that's exactly
nostalgia could be it, but I also just think that there was this overarching vibe, because the songs were a little bit younger. The band was younger then. Now the band,
now they're old.
Like I said to Carter, like I say to Carter every time, they're old. He's an old motherfucker. The band is old. I can't get away from calling Carter from Chapel old. Carter, I'm so sorry for listening to this.
Like, every time
I can't help myself. It just happens. It just
never
rolls.
Coming back.
But all that to say, it took a second listen to the record for me to be like, okay, this is what Chapel sounds like now. And I absolutely fucking love this album. I absolutely love this. We are so back. Chapel is back. Never kill yourself. This band is phenomenal. And there are 7 songs on this record. There are 7 bangers on this record. There is not a single skip on this album. There's not a single song that is like a slow acoustic song that needs to be skipped. There is none of that shit. There are 7 ass-shaking bops on this album that absolutely fuck. I was gonna name favorites, but I would name the entire track list, which is Let's Wake the Neighbors, Googly Eyes, Big Baby, Mexico, Dirty House. Shout out Dirty House especially. Why Do You Hate Me? And 24 Hours. God damn, what a phenomenal record. I love this fucking band. If you can't tell, Glory and I are massive fans of this band. We are. I could sit here and discography dive the band right now, but it would take up the next 3 hours of our time, and I could do it without listening. I haven't listened to those things in a minute. Spent a couple of months, and yeah, this record's phenomenal. It's the modern take on Chapel, and I'm so here for it. This band is absolutely phenomenal. And I hope that it does not take another 3, 4, 5 years for us to get the next thing from Chapel. I've been commenting on all their stuff. Don't go away. Make sure you stay. Because
please don't leave again.
Yeah, please don't leave again. Please don't leave so soon.
Much.
Things like that. Because they did an album release show in Nashville as well, and we're posting about how great it was. And I was like, yeah, don't go away so soon. Like, don't make it 5 years until the next time you're on stage. Why don't you come do that in New Jersey, Philly, New York? I don't care. I will travel. I will be there. We'll fly Gloria in. Podcast will pay for that shit. Gloria and I'll be there. We'll bump. We'll bump.
Wait, with what podcast?
Dude, we'll find it. We'll find it. I don't know. Couple ad reads, but this record's phenomenal. Chapel's so back. We love this band. We could sit here and talk about this band forever. Just take our word for it. This record's phenomenal. I don't care what genre of music you like. Listen to this shit.